Yes, people, then we have a selection headache ahead of this game, Arsenal versus Newcastle. This is the predicted 11 video, but I don't know what to predict. I have a predicted 11 in my head, which I will share with you. But as of right now, I have no idea who's going to start up front. So let's find out. Mikel Arteta did have some quotes yesterday in his press conference. So let's get into the quotes and let's find out who's going to be starting. Before we get into this, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Hit those notification bells to make sure you are notified. And let's get into this bad boy right now. So Mikel Arteta spoke to the media yesterday and he said this, and I quote, on Kai Havertz, who did return to training. We're going to decide that tomorrow. He's done certain parts of the sessions in the last 2 days and looks in great shape. But I think it's more of a shout for the medical staff, the doctor especially, to give the clearance, and then how Kai actually feels to contribute if he is required. Kai Havertz could be back in the team for tomorrow against Newcastle. There were murmurs a couple of weeks ago that he could be back before the end of the season. Then there was a quote that came out in the middle of the week saying that we're not going to rush him back, but he is back. Could he feature tomorrow? It remains to be seen, absolutely. But it's good that Kai Havertz is back in the squad. But there were a couple of people that weren't training, like Gabriel didn't train, as we know. Timber didn't train, as we know. Martinelli actually left that open training session injured. And these are the quotes that he had on the players when he was asked about Rice, Trossard, Martinelli, and Timber. They've done parts of the session. Not a complete session, so we're going to have to wait and see tomorrow if they can deal with the things that they haven't done, because they weren't ready to do that at the end of the week. So, like as I said, Martinelli did leave the session. He didn't finish the open session. Timber, it wasn't in the open session, but they may have done some more training in the week as well, coming up, leading up to this game. So I don't know. These players have question marks over their head. We know that Rice has been dealing with a hamstring injury. That's why he didn't play in the match against, who was our last game against? See that my head's gone. I can't even remember who our last game was against. We drew. Who did we play? Oh my Lord. So bad. I'm going to leave this in there, but it's bad. So bad. Anyway, moving on. Liverpool. Lord have mercy. It was against Liverpool. Anyway, had a moment there. But anyway, now, he was also asked if the players have another big performance left in them for the rest of the season. And he said this: they do. Not one. We need two. And now we're going to start with that one. This is Newcastle tomorrow. We're going to need a big one and be very clinical, because we know the qualities of Newcastle. We know the results that they've had lately against them and how the thin margins are with them, and especially how clinical we have to be in front of them to score the goals. Clinical. We don't have a striker. We don't even have Marino. I have no idea who's going to be up front, but whoever is in those attacking positions does need to be clinical. And he also went on and said this as well, on the importance of finishing runners up. You always have to be as good as you possibly can. The dream of winning the Premier League is gone. So as we said, be the best of the rest and feel that pain to be better. That's all he can say as a manager. Yes, the dream of the Premier League is gone, and we as Arsenal fans are upset about that. Arsenal players are upset about that. But the minimum you can do is finish second. That's the minimum you can do. That's the minimum you need to do. And last but not least, he did say, because our question was asked about potential farewells and players saying goodbye on Sunday. So this is probably something that we need to look out for, Arsenal fans, at the end of the game, because it is our final home game tomorrow. And it says here, I wouldn't like to talk specifically about anybody. There are a few cases, and we will try to show our gratitude, how much we love them, how much we appreciate the time that they've been together, and hopefully our supporters can do the same with them. Now, we already know that Jorginho is leaving for Flamengo at the end of the season. That is someone that will definitely... Jorginho? No, he's not going to start. But anyway, that is someone that's going to be saying their goodbyes to the Emirates faithful tomorrow. So yes. Now let's get into this predicted 11. Let's get into this predicted 11. Before we get into the predicted 11, people, I got something to tell you lot. I actually had a dream that we didn't make it. I had a dream that we ended up in the Europa League. I had a dream we ended up in the Europa League. Just let that sit, because it's a possibility if we keep messing about. So this is the predicted 11 that I have put together, and this is the team I think that will potentially start the game tomorrow, but we'll see. So in goal, David Raya. Right back, Ben White. Saliba, Kivior, Skelly. That's been the back four for the last couple of weeks. Bar White, it's been more Timber, but we know Timber has been playing through injury in the last couple of games. So the back five will be Raya, White, Saliba, Kivior, Skelly. Partey will be at the 6 with Odegaard in the 10. Even though Declan Rice just came back from injury recently, he's one of the players that can play through injury. It is a hamstring, but I have a feeling that Rice, out of all the players, i.e. Trossard, Martinelli and Havertz, I feel like Declan Rice will definitely be starting tomorrow. So that's the midfield three of Partey, Odegaard and Rice. With Saka on the left, Trossard in the 9, and then Nwaneri on the left. I know it sounds crazy, people. I know I just spoke about saying that Rice is probably going to be the only one to start, but I genuinely don't know who's going to start. And we need someone to start up front. He's not going to start Sterling. He's not going to start Sterling on the left, put Nwaneri in the 9 and Saka on the right. He won't do that. He will probably fit Trossard into the team. So that's a predicted 11. Do you agree with that or do you not? Let me know in the comments down below. And last but not least, because I said this could be ugly and I said I had a bad dream about the Europa League, and this is why. Look at the Premier League table. Look at the table right now as you can see it. Arsenal on 68. Newcastle 66. Chelsea and Aston Villa. I said that they were going to win. I said yesterday that they were going to win. Arsenal 68, Newcastle 66, Chelsea 66, Man City 65. They're playing the FA Cup final today. Nottingham Forest on 62. Nottingham Forest aren't about out of the Champions League race yet. They're not just yet. But Arsenal, it's a must-win game tomorrow. Must win. Must win. I can put this phone down now. It's a must-win game. Have to win. I don't care how you do it. A dirty 1-0 win. I don't care if it's an own goal on the Newcastle side. Get the win. I cannot. Because do I trust us to beat Southampton on the last day of the season away from home? You'd think I would trust? I don't know. So let's just get it done against Newcastle. I did my prediction in the preview yesterday, but I bring it for you here again today. I'm going 1-1. That's what I'm predicting. I'm predicting a 1-1 draw because I don't know where our goals are going to come from. I genuinely don't. So I'm predicting a 1-1 draw, but I am desperate for a 3-1 battering of Newcastle. We need to beat them. I wanted to humble Newcastle in our final home game of the season, but I'm asking for too much. So I'm not going to ask for too much more. So people, before I go, TikTokers, I'm going to put a couple of videos on the screen for you right now that you can head over to YouTube and watch them on YouTube, okay? Get those videos in, watch them on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel because that's where I haven't been on here. I've been on YouTube. So make sure you watch those videos that I put on screen right now. I'll put the link. The link is on my profile. So hit that link on my profile. Head over to my YouTube channel. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and all of that as well. Good. Housekeeping is done. Arsenal versus Newcastle tomorrow for the final home game of the season. Let's end our season on a high, please. Let's get it done, Arsenal. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Hit that notification bell to make sure you're notified, and let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. Love and guidance, people. Peace.